Okay, the crypto world, it moves so fast, doesn't it?
Mm.
Especially trying to get a real grasp on altcoins.
Oh, absolutely. Sorting through everything, the white papers, the chatter, trying to spot risks. It's a lot.
It really is. And that's why we're looking today at how artificial intelligence is actually becoming like a serious ally in this. We've gone through the information you gathered for us to figure out what really counts.
Yeah, the goal here is pretty clear. Show how AI can genuinely help you analyze these coins, save time, maybe spot things you'd otherwise miss, give you an edge.
So started with the basics. Based on what you pulled together, AI is a huge help just dealing with all the text, right? The long documents.
That's a big one. Forget manually reading every single word of a dense white paper or roadmap. The material mentions specific models, things like ChatGPT 4.0, Claude 3, maybe Grok.
They do more than just summarize.
Oh, yeah. They can pull out the key stuff like tokenomics, how the coin actually works and is distributed. They can flag potential risks mentioned in the document itself, and even compare different projects side by side based on their own papers. Or, crucially, look for inconsistencies.
So like if the promises sound amazing, but the technical foundation seems a bit shaky in the white paper, AI can flag that.
Exactly. You can literally ask it to look for those kinds of mismatches. It's a really valuable first pass, according to the sources you looked into.
Okay, so that's documents. But what about tracking what's happening right now, the live data?
Right, this is where it gets dynamic. Your research pointed to specialized AI tools, names like Santiment, Into the Block, Lunar Crush came up.
And they use machine learning for this.
Yeah, they're analyzing on-chain data, actual blockchain transactions, and also, importantly, gauging how the community feels, like sentiment on social media.
So they could spot, say, a huge holder, a whale, making unusual moves before it hits the wider market.
Precisely. That kind of whale activity, or maybe a sudden surge in negative chatter online. These tools can give you a heads up. One source you shared apparently highlighted how AI sentiment analysis caught early warning signs for a project, let's call it Project Vapor, well before problems became public knowledge.
Wow, okay. That early warning capability sounds crucial.
Yeah.
And speaking of warnings, the sources also talked about AI helping automate checks against scams, right? Like rug pulls.
Absolutely vital. AI can scan project announcements, look into team backgrounds, even check development activity or the lack of it on places like GitHub.
So if a project claims to be super active, but AI sees no code updates on GitHub for weeks.
That's a potential red flag. It can surface immediately. It's looking for those patterns or the absence of expected patterns.
And the code itself, smart contracts.
Yeah, tools like Certic and SolidProof were mentioned. They use AI to audit smart contracts, basically scanning the code for vulnerabilities hackers could exploit. It's a direct line of defense against certain types of scams.
Okay, putting it all together. AI is also getting integrated into broader market analysis platforms. I think CoinGecko and TradingView came up.
That's right. And what's interesting there is how AI isn't just looking at crypto prices. It's analyzing trading volume, liquidity, even broader macroeconomic factors, trying to spot genuine trends emerging.
Separating real momentum from just noise or manipulation.
Kinda, yeah. Identifying complex patterns that might signal an organic trend. Your notes mention an example, Green Coin, where AI supposedly spotted an emerging trend by correlating rising social mentions with specific on-chain buying patterns.
So for you, the listener, trying to make sense of altcoins, integrating these AI tools seems like, well, a significant advantage.
It really is. It transforms that overwhelming flood of information that Dotafire hose into something much more manageable, into actionable intelligence, you could say.
The potential definitely seems huge, especially looking ahead at things like predictive analytics. But the sources were also pretty clear. AI isn't magic, right?
Absolutely not. It's incredibly powerful, but it's a tool. You have to combine its insights with your own judgment, cross-verify things, maybe check in with the project's community directly. Think of it as a co-pilot.
Very smart co-pilot, but you're still flying the plane.
Exactly.
So maybe the final thought to leave you with is this. Given how fast and powerful AI analysis is becoming, how can you best blend that power into your own research process, making sure you harness the speed without losing that essential human layer of critical thinking and maybe intuition, something to mull over?